Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is April 6th, 2026, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 6, verses 12 through 15. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 12 through 15. A worthless person, a wicked man, goes around speaking dishonestly, winking his eyes, signaling with his feet, gesturing with his fingers. He always plots evil with perversity in his heart. He stirs up trouble. Therefore, calamity will strike him suddenly. He will be shattered instantly beyond recovery. You know, I've always been of the mind that calamity will strike him suddenly. He will be shattered instantly beyond recovery. Should be a little more dramatic than what I see. But I realized something as I was reading it this morning, reflecting back on the Holy Week experience of this last week. You know, Judas got upset because Jesus rebuked him publicly for whining about wasted perfume that could have been sold for a year's wages. He went out and knew that the Sanhedrin, the Pharisees, would pay him to turn over Jesus. There was a bounty on Jesus' head. It was clear. Everybody knew it. So he goes to them and says, "What would you give me?" And they said, "We'll give you 30 pieces of silver." He makes the deal after Jesus washes his feet and tells everyone that he's going to be betrayed, and then tells Judas, just go do what you're going to do. Letting Judas know that he knows. Judas comes back and betrays Jesus not only by bringing the people and pointing Jesus out, but giving him a kiss and calling him rabbi. The next day, when he sees that they're going to crucify Jesus, completely humiliate him, he goes back and says, "This isn't why I handed him over to you." And they said, "What do you care? You got paid." And he threw the money back at them. He went out and killed himself. Calamity, the way I used to think about it, was a instant disaster. Had a car wreck, lost a house to a fire, had a family member die. Something that could be pointed at. In Judas's case, the calamity came inside of himself at the understanding of what he had done and the absolute disparity in his heart of how he had done it. When I think about that, I realize how many times in my own life I have been this worthless person, this wicked man, and calamity did strike me suddenly. Recognizing how bitterly awful I had been, and in some cases actually wanting to die. I'm grateful for the fact that I do have the Holy Spirit in me, and He has been with me for years, even when I rejected Him. He was still whispering that despair didn't have to be the end. But I can tell you, I felt like I was beyond recovery many, many times in life. And it wasn't until I turned my life completely towards Jesus and started looking at Him every day that real life change happened. Change is possible, guys. I don't get it right all the time. I don't get it right a lot of the time. But one thing I do is every day start my day focused on the Lord, and multiple times throughout the day turn back to Him. And He empowers me, encourages me, and convicts me and directs me. I'm reminded of Jesus saying, watch and pray so that you won't be tempted. Returning back to Him regularly so that I can get it right. How about you? I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.